Welcome to episode 9, Islands and Weather. Titled this episode is simply Islands and Weather because I want to talk about the game world. Each zone is made up of around 10 to 15 islands, and these areas are then surrounded by various types of weather effects known as walls. The first thing I want to talk about is the edge of the world. This area has been changed over the past alpha and betas. Currently, it simply looks as if the sky continues to go on. If you get the message leaving world boundaries turn back, you are either very close to the edge of the world or about to hit it. You don't currently take damage from hitting the edge of the world, and instead your ship simply stops moving. There are several types of weather effects in the game which manifest as walls which you have to pass through to get to higher tier areas. This video will be longer than the rest of the basic tutorial videos, but hopefully the information found here will save your ship. Keep in mind that none of these limits will be hard limits on passing the walls. These are just suggestions I've learned personally with over 1,000 hours of experience in the game so far. I find to work best or keep the ship safest. The first wall type is the wind wall. Wind walls block access to tier 1 and 2 areas. This wall consists of simply wind which changes directions as you pass through and tries to force the ship down into the abyss. I would suggest having at least 2 lateral wings attached to the ship to be able to pitch up and down. Next, I would suggest at least 45 power to be safe with a 1,000 weight ship. The second is the storm wall. This wall blocks access to tier 3 areas. It consists of wind and lightning which will strike random parts of your ship. I would suggest at least 1,800 total weight and around 200 power in engines, and at least 2 vertical and 2 horizontal wings to pass the wall. It would also be helpful to have crew members to repair damage so you don't lose the ship and the wall. Some players will need to gain access to tier 3 without a compass. You can use either the ribbon on the helm or view the airstreams in the storm wall to use and keep course, as they generally do not change direction in this wall. The third and currently hardest wall to pass is the sand wall. This wall blocks access to tier 4 areas. It consists of wind and sand which slowly eats away at the HP of your engines and wings. You should have at least a 2,800 plus weight ship and around 400 power in engines to make it safely. I stress 2,800 because I feel like anything around 2,000 to 2,500 becomes almost impossible to control. You'll need higher power wings both vertically and horizontally on the ship to have the power to keep sailing straight in the storm. Additional crew members are almost a must unless you have extremely high resilient engines and wings. As you can see, both my engines and wings took damage while I was in the wall. These engines are 75 resilient base and could be used easily to pass the wall solo. Lower resilient engines will require a crew to repair as you travel through the sand wall. Blight was designed to clean up islands with derelict ships which were abandoned. Sometimes, however, you can get caught in blights that spawn. Blights are like sand walls, except for they focus around target areas and slowly damage all items on the ship until there is nothing left but a frame. You should leave blights immediately if you want to keep your ship alive. I was able to find a bugged blight which does not actually damage my ship in the video, so you can see what it actually looks like inside of one. You might wonder how all the nodes respawn on islands. There are events in which lightning strikes the bottom. The island starts to shake and you hear lightning sounds all around. This is the respawn of all items, including chests on the island that you're on. These events seem to be anywhere from around 1 hour to 2.5 hours randomly. To find out the type of area you're in, you can scan the island and find out the creator's name, biome type, and civilization type. select the scanner by hitting 4 and click the island. Here we see it's our buddy E-Turns, the biome is wilderness, and the civilization is Saborian. Thanks for watching the basic tutorial series. Hopefully these videos have helped you as a new player in Worlds Adrift. Keep an eye out for the next series of videos which aims to target intermediate play with creating ships.